collective earth signs, and welcome. My name is Alyssa and this is my channel of New Direction. So this is a collective earth sign reading for the week of March 15th to 21st. I think it's the 16th today, to be honest. I'm really not sure. Our world is in quite a different place right now, I think, than we've ever been in before. So today's reading is the reaction of fear, our reaction of fear. And I was very strongly called Saturday to start this week's readings, on the reaction of our fear. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about our reaction exactly to the fear of this virus, or, that can be the fear of anything that we are, facing in our lives right now. But that was really what I was called to do this reading on. So just a couple things before we get into this. My kids obviously are home. I've got dogs inside. I got one who's injured, who's laying down behind me. He's kind of a pain in the ass right now. He's pretty tough, but he's definitely very sore. He ended up somehow slicing the whole pad of his foot off yesterday. It's pretty gross. There's a lot of blood. Anyway, totally different story. A couple other housekeeping things. I cuss. I do. If shit is a cuss word for you, it's going to come out of my mouth a lot, so this probably isn't a reading for you. And I think that could be it. I do apologize if there is some interruptions, okay? You're just going to have to bear with me at this time. There's not a lot of peace or quiet anywhere in my house right now. Okay, so I have already shuffled and pulled the oracle decks just because it takes a long time to do that. So I've already just gone ahead and shuffled and pulled those cards. It's quicker, and then I don't end up talking forever. So the energy oracle cards were the first deck that I pulled from, and this is the overall theme to the fear. Okay, the overall theme of this fear, I guess, is of the fear, yes, to the fear, of the fear, whatever. So these were the three cards that I pulled. Actually, on the bottom of the deck first was the action in reverse, followed by strategy. To me, this is regarding, you are all, this is a collective reading, so please, and a general reading at that, don't try to make things fit that don't fit. Okay, that's not what these are for. Take what you can and leave what you can't. Okay? So the underlying of these was the strategy and the action. And this to me is very much talking about, sometimes it is planning the strategies, is the important action. Planning the strategy is the first step. Before going out and just making the bold actions, there needs to be a strategy that is planned. And this to me is saying that very much right now, and all tied up was behind actually that strategy card. There can be things in our life, and especially right now, with where we are, and a lot of us, I personally am under quarantine. I was around somebody who was back from, being in Germany, and then it came out that, they have to be under quarantine. So here we are, under quarantine. I have a cold, but I had that before. Anyway, so being all tied up, strategy and that action first, it can just be saying that right now, you're just in the process of planning. Okay, there isn't necessarily actions that can be made, that can be made or done. It's literally just in the process of sitting on the plan. Okay, so the energies that came out, the cards that came out for this, first one was being community. And then the goddess of the moon. And then the root chakra, the first chakra. Okay? To me, these energies are talking about that community and the goddess of the moon. The goddess of the moon is a very intuitive being. Okay? She's somebody who is very connected to the shadows. And when I say shadows, I don't necessarily mean the evil shadows, but I mean the things that we do not see in our everyday space, okay? Connected to the faith that in the shadows, the Lord or Spirit, her higher, her higher divine is working in the shadows with her. Okay, that she is connecting to that higher divine. Okay, that is what the goddess of moon is all about. So the way those three cards really roll out to me, it's about finding that community, that soul tribe, that community that allows or encourages, that includes that connection to the higher powers. Okay? And with this first chakra, your root chakra, this is all about the bases of your life. You know, the things in your life that you run the roots to, you know, that you spread out. It's like a root of a tree, right? And you spread those roots deep and far so that you are solid and planted in life. Okay? So as overall energies to the theme of fear, it can be trusting or even breaking down those fears that you have. You know, to tell the people in your life, look, this is my connection. This is my spiritual journey. This is where I'm at with my spiritual journey. Okay, these are the roots that I'm spreading through my life. This is where I am. Okay, it can be that fear. That can be one of them. All right, the energies that you're being asked to embrace this week. At the bottom of the deck, the beaver spirit. This came out in the water sign just before this. I also think this came out in the, I want to say possibly in both the fire and the air sign. This is about laying a solid foundation. And I have come to find this new high respect for this card because the thing I love most about the beaver spirit is that the beaver spirit has the power to change the course of a river. They bring in all these branches, they bring in all these twigs, you know, they put them all together, they build this solid foundation, this dam, and what happens? The river changes. You know, they literally have the power to change the course of their river of life. And that is what I love so strongly about this card. Those twigs and branches you bring in, those are lessons in life. Those are things in life that you have accumulated and you have learned from. You know, hard lessons, hard twigs, hard branches, hard work that it's taken to lay those foundations. But now that those foundations are laid, it is literally steering and changing the direction of the course of your life. That's amazing. Amazing. Seriously amazing. So that's the underlying. That's the bottom of these decks that you're being asked to embrace, okay? Keep bringing the sticks. Keep bringing the twigs. Keep bringing the lessons. You know? Keep laying the solid foundation to your life. Keep it up. Okay, so the spirits or the energies, the animal spirits that you were asked to embrace this week. Sorry guys, I have a very jammed up neck right now, so I kind of look and feel like an old person because like doing this right now is very painful. So I've done a lot of stretches today, but if you're like, why is she doing? Because I'm sore. Oh, I thought I was gonna sneeze there. Okay, so the whale spirit, that was the first one. Trust the great mystery. Okay, whales are here for like ever. Okay, they've been here from, you know, the beginning of time. It's about trusting in the lessons of, you know, life. Okay? Trust in the great mystery. The next one behind that was the stag spirit, take the lead. You know, take the lead to your own life. Be the one who is leading your path. You know, go on paths that are authentic to you, that lead you towards where you want to be in life. The dolphin spirit, this and that. I love this one. This one was also, when I seen this one come out, this one excites me. So the dolphin spirit, this and that are true, is what this is saying. This one, I mean, all cards have multiple meanings, but it was funny when this one came out because the first one that came to mind on this card is the silver linings in situations. That there's still positive in negative situations. You know, that just because a situation comes off at first as a very negative situation doesn't mean that there isn't positive or good things behind it. Okay? This and that can also be talking about, you know, the parts in our lives where we have come through, you know, we are who we were in the past, but we aren't who we are going to be in the future. You know, it can be about embracing that in between. Okay? That's really what it's all about. Embracing the in between. Embracing that all things are not, you know, black or white. Okay? It's that colorful duality, you know, of dolphins. And dolphins are duality because they're mammals and yet they're still sea creatures. Okay? That's where the dolphin gets that duality from. Okay? The giraffe, see the bigger picture. And it's funny that it comes behind this dolphin spirit, you know, because this dolphin spirit is saying you don't know everything, and it's not all black and white. And this giraffe is saying that, again, you can't see the big picture. You know, as humans, we are limited to, you know, our trajectory limits. That's how we are. It's nothing about, you know, being more open-minded or being closed-minded, but it's only the divine can see the whole master plan of the whole thing. Okay? Only the higher spirits, or, you know, if that's how you care to believe, can actually see how everything works together and is blending together. Okay? So, as spirits that you were being, or energies that you were being asked to embrace this week, like, trust the great mystery. Trust in the unknown. Okay? Trust that, you know, we are not forsaken. You know, I can't say that enough this week. We are not forsaken. You know, there's been promises that have been put in place, you know, years, lifetimes before this by the Lord. Take the lead. Take the lead in your life. Be the one who takes the initiative in your life to change what is not serving you, what is not leading you down the path in which you want to live. Okay? The dolphin spirit, this and that are true, right? There is, even in, you know, in all situations, you know, there can be good and bad. It's not black or white. Okay? And then that giraffe, see the bigger picture. Trust that you know, that there is a bigger picture, that what you see, that limited sensory, you know, input is not all that's there. Okay, the giraffe spirit can also be, you know, as a warning sign, it can be, don't keep your heads in the clouds too long, you know. You can dream and see the bigger picture, but don't forget to look back down at your feet every once in a while. It's not, you know, it's not allowing you just to be a daydreamer forever. But it is definitely encouraging you to keep an open mind. Okay? To keep that openness so that spirit has the place to be able to create more with you, to co-create more with you. You know, if we're so limited, if we have such a limited, you know, view on what we want to allow in our lives, that doesn't really help us. It doesn't really get us anywhere, does it? Okay. All right, let's get the current situation. Current situation for the collective earth signs spirit. What is the current situation for the collective earth signs in this reflection of fear? Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Fears and challenges that the collective earth signs could be facing in this reaction to their fear. There's some fears and challenges. Spirit that the earth signs can be facing. Fear, challenges the earth signs can be facing. Fears and challenges. Fears and challenges, Spirit. Oh no. Too many. Wow. Okay. Bottom of the deck. The Strength card. So the Strength card is not necessarily about going out and, you know, being the strongest one at the gym. That's not what the Strength is about. This Strength is about, you know, having the lion on the inside, but being calm enough and strong enough to pet this lamb. You know, it's about inward strength. Okay, and as a reaction to our fear, you know, this being the underlying, this being the very first, you know, card on the bottom of the deck. You know, sometimes there is the fear to that strength. There is the fear, you know, of being as solid and confident as we need to be. You know, being so stinking strong in ourselves, right? Okay, so the current situation was the Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and Three of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles, like, this is an intuitive woman. You know, she's grounded, she's intuitive, she co-creates with spirit. The King of Swords, he's also a very intuitive kind of, you know, clearly thinking man, right? He's somebody who has been through a lot of hard times, you know. He's sitting on this mountaintop, so he's clear. You know, the thinking is clear. The Nine of Pentacles, like, that is about, you know, self-fulfillment, self-abundance. And that Three of Swords, it's talking about despair and hard times. Okay, there can be this Queen of Pentacles can be a woman who, just the way that I see those all lined up together very much, is a woman who is grounded, you know, solid, a person, not a woman, a person who is grounded and solid, you know, co-creating with spirit, who's clear in their thinking, who knows that they have the power to co-create what it is in their life to bring this fulfillment. Okay? They know all of these powers, but there is this pain. Okay? There is still this pain and this fear that is somehow still gripping this situation. Okay? They know they have the abilities to co-create with spirit. They know they have the clarity, okay, to be able to see all aspects of this situation. They know that they are that Nine of Pentacles. They are self-fulfillment, you know, they are self-abundance. They are fulfilled. But there's still that pain. There's still that heartache of this Three of Swords. Okay, fear can do this. Fear can do this to us. So, as the current energy, you know, that doesn't seem like bad current energy or a bad current situation, right? Okay, that Three of Swords at the end of it is like, well, you know, you don't need to be holding on to that despair. And no, you don't. But let's look into the fears. Let's look into the challenges as to why that Three of Swords is there. That, you know, why are you feeling like that Three of Swords is holding you, okay? And that, the fears and the challenges of this week. The Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Hierophant. This right here, this whole line, clarifies to me so clearly that Three of Swords at the end of that. The Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. The Knight of Wands is about being a badass fire drum beating. Seriously. You know, she's got her dark horse dancing in the back. She's got all these wands that are on fire behind her. Okay, this is a woman who has come from some hard times, but who is so stinking passionate about being herself. Okay? So proud to be where she is. She is just on fire with her own self-enlightenment. Okay? The Queen of Wands is a woman. I say woman because I'm just addressing who's on the card, guys. Okay, this goes both ways. So goes both ways. See this rod up here? That staff? It's a rod of life. Okay, those are lessons and things in life that this queen has overcome. Okay, these are things that she has learned throughout this lifetime. You know, and she's holding them high over her head because they are lessons that she is proud that she knows. Okay, there are things in her life that she is proud she has overcome. And here she is, manifesting and glowing away. You know, she's got this black cat down here. She's an intuitive woman. Look at all these candles. Okay, intuitive, insightful, connected. You know, she is. She knows that her and spirit literally have the power. This staff, these life lessons that she has learned, she is hoisting them high over her head. And she's proud of them. And she still has the ability to manifest whatever the heck she wants to from here. As fears with these two back to back, this is saying there's a lot of fear. This Three of Swords, you know, is from this fear of not stepping into your true power, your true ability to be the king and the queen, the knight and the queen of wands. To be so stinking powerful within yourself and know that you and spirit are co-creating what it is in this life that you want to, you know? And the Four of Swords behind that, the Four of Wands behind that. Again, completion, excitement, happiness, you know, knowing that you have come full circle in a cycle that is ending in happiness and, you know, and just in happy completion. And the Hierophant behind that, you know, as these all line up and play together very clearly. Like, can you see what this is saying as a fear? You know, it's a fear of not coming into, you know, not coming into these two powers, not coming into this fullness. You know, not feeling that spirit is fulfilling you. Not feeling that that connection, that stairway to your higher has been fulfilled. You know, that is going to make this Three of Swords feel the way that it does. You know, that's going to take from that grounded clarity, you know, of the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords, that Nine of Pentacles, that abundance that you have. You know, you have that Three of Swords at the end. That uncertainty, that pain, that fear. Well, yes, if this is what you are fearing, if you are fearing of stepping into your power, of stepping into these two, well, how are you going to get to this? You know, if you are afraid of stepping into your connection with the divine, if you are afraid of ascending these stairways to connect into a higher purpose, well, then of course you're going to feel a fear of stepping into your own fire-beating bitch. You know, you are. Because how could you possibly? How could you possibly have the faith that that person is who she is meant to be if you don't have some sort of spiritual divine high-fiving you in the back going, yes, kid, this is for you. Yes, kid, I am proud of this Queen of Wands that you are. I am proud of these, you know, things in life that is taken. Hoist them above your head because I am proud and I am here to co-create with you. Okay? Those are fears. Those are legitimate fears to have. You know, that's strength being on the bottom, right? the reaction, the reaction of your fear. The reaction of your fear is this, lack of strength. Or the reaction of your fear causes that lack of strength, right? Causes that shake within that strength. All right. We're going to pull some wild unknown tarots here. Just some unknown factors that could be at play this week. Unknown factors that could be at play this week. Unknown factors, Spirit, for the collective earth signs. Unknown factors, Spirit, for the collective earth signs. I see you. You flipped in this deck. Unknown factors, Spirit. Unknown factors. Thank you. Wow. Okay, so at the bottom of the unknown factors deck, this is the Seven of Swords. Now see how all 6 of these swords are sitting up here? And how this sly little fox is holding that last sword, kind of hiding it? The Seven of Swords can be about secrecies, okay? It can be about cheats. It can be about lies. It can be about just not knowing the whole situation. Maybe people keeping things from you. It can be about you keeping things from other people. It can just be situations and stuff that have not fully come to light, okay? This is the underlying of it. So the unknown factors was the Ten of Wands, Father of Cups, Daughter of Pentacles, and again, the Four of Wands. The Ten of Wands it's a completion. It's about walking away from heavy burdens, walking away from situations and things, people, places, whatever it is, that are heavy, that are burdening you, okay? That aren't serving you any kind of justice, okay? The Father of Cups, the Father of Cups is a very intuitive, emotionally balanced, emotionally driven kind of masculine figure, okay? The Daughter of Pentacles is about, being young in opportunity, kind of standing at like a little mountaintop, right? Underneath this new rainbow that, she's got this pentacle up here, underneath this new beginning. The Daughter of Pentacles is about kind of like being on a mountaintop and ready to take those next steps, okay? Having the power and the ability to co-create with Spirit what it is you want to manifest from here. Okay, being in that starter stage, being excited, be enthusiastic about that starter stage, ready to go forward from here. And the blessings, right? The blessings of the divine saying, yep, it's time, kid. This is a good spot for you to start. And again, that Four of Wands, right? That completion, that happiness to a cycle ending. Okay? There is a release to those burdens. There is something here that you are walking away from. Something that maybe it is this deceit and the lies of somebody. Okay? Maybe it's just things that you have held on to. You've healed this shit up here, but there's something you held on to. Something that you were maybe afraid to give up. Okay? Maybe you were afraid to hand that part over to Spirit. You dealt with all of these, these 6 swords, and you just kind of left that last sword hiding in the darkness because it was painful to pull up. Okay? Get rid of it. Pull that last sword out. Don't keep things a secret. Don't try to hide the hurt. Address them. Like the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a man who would sit there, you know, at peace, meditating, connecting to a higher divine, saying, these are my burdens. This is what I'm handing over. Okay? And a Page of Pentacles is that like new, fresh outlook on the other side of handing all those burdens over, being like, I feel like $1,000,000. You know, I'm ready to start. I'm ready to take on this new adventure. I'm ready to go forward from here, from those burdens of my past, and begin to like create and manifest a brand new beginning. You know, and that Four of Wands, that's the completion to that cycle. That's that happiness, that end to that cycle. Saying that, yes, from here, we are going to celebrate and we are going forward from here. Okay? Fear is cycles. Cycles that just need to end. Cycles that you need to address, acknowledge, and move on from. Advice. Advice from the good tarot. Advice, advice, advice. I like advice. All right, Spirit, what is the advice for the collective earth signs? Collective earth signs and the reaction to fear. Guys, it's so much just about you not stepping into your own power. Like, not stepping into that Knight of Wands, not stepping into that Queen of Wands, not acknowledging that that Four of Wands, that completion, that happiness is actually here. You know, by aligning yourself to your higher purpose, to your higher calling, aligning yourself to that Hierophant, you know? You have the ability by doing all that to bring in, you know, that Four of Wands, that completion, that happiness. Okay. The Moon, first card, the Moon. Advice, Spirit. Advice for the collective earth signs for their reaction to fear. Advice, Spirit. Advice. Thank you, Spirit. The Moon, Two of Cups, Three of Wands. The Sun and the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Guys, this is about full, solid happiness, fulfillment, abundance. The Ten of Pentacles is all about, like the Nine of Pentacles you pulled in the current situation, that's about self-abundance, you know, self-fulfillment. But the Ten of Pentacles, this is in all aspects of your life. This is in all relationships of your life. Okay, this is about solid lifetime fulfillment. Happiness, solid lifetime fulfillment. That's at the bottom of your advice deck. The advice is the Moon, Two of Cups, Three of Fire. The Moon is, there is so many things that happen in the shadows. Okay? There is, the Spirit and the Lord are always working within the shadows. Okay? This is trusting in those shadows. Trusting that even though you might not see all that's happening. It's okay. It's okay. No barking, please. It could get really chaotic just briefly, so bear with me. Guys, please don't bark. Okay. The Moon is about trusting in the Lord, trusting in the Spirit, trusting that even though you might not see all that is happening, okay, trust that it is. Trust that the goodness is happening for you, okay? And the Two of Cups, now the Two of Cups can be a romantic, you know, this can be about romance too, but the Two of Cups, when it comes like this behind the Moon, to me this is about your creation and your commitment with Spirit. Okay, this is about building those. The Two of Cups is about, you know, filling the cups of each other. And as the Two of Cups, you know, that is Spirit, you know, filling your cups. You and Spirit creating, you know, this Two of Cups, this Two of Cups atmosphere. And the Three of Wands, that's going forward from here. Okay, that's taking the next steps to whatever this fear is, whatever the next step in the direction is. Okay, it's about knowing that Spirit is standing there with you, ready to go forward. You know, Spirit's been working in the darkness. You two are, you know, doing this Two of Cups thing. You know, and you're ready to go forward from here. Trust Spirit. Go with Spirit. Okay? All right. We are going to pull an angel card. And then the untethered soul. We're going to pull one from each of those. Let's see what the angels have to say. Angels, what do you have to say for the collective earth signs? This reaction to fear. What is the message, angels, you have for the collective earth signs? Take back your power. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. I will read that again because I feel like it's very powerful. It's all right, it's all right, it's all right. Take back your power. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest your blessings in life. Can you just be quiet for like another minute and a half? It's okay. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, actually, it was creative writing. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or a book. You know, it is important when we are changing in our lives, you know, when we are growing in your lives. It is important to get those thoughts out. It is important to journal, like so important to journal. Okay, last card, the untethered soul. Spirit, what is your message for the collective earth signs for this week? This is the last message, Spirit, for the collective earth signs in this reaction to fear. Thank you, Spirit. The one inside who is aware that you are always talking to yourself about yourself is always silent. It is the doorway to the depth of your being. I'll read that one more time. The one inside who is aware that you are always talking to yourself about yourself is always silent. It is a doorway to the depths of your being. That's pretty intense. Okay, earth signs. That is it for today. Until next time, take care, be responsible, don't go out in places you're not supposed to be, okay? Cough responsibly, wash your hands. Jeez, don't go sneeze on your neighbor or nothing like that. And that's it. Okay, take care, guys. Till next time. Bye now.